This is an open letter to uh, friends who are worried about the population of the planet, and maybe if we have more, it's better. And to the crowd of Mr. Peterson with regards to his ideas that yes, we have it. Why aren't our young people making families? Uh, Here's those crowds. I, in the last video, I went over uh, Mr. Jordan Peterson. We went over uh, some issues, but here is it's again to the same crowd that want more people on the planet. Here's the thing, folks. Uh, your birth is a lottery. Your death is a lottery. Why isn't your marriage a lottery? You see what I'm saying? At the base, I want to point out at the base of this piece, I want to just point out that maybe you're posing the question wrong. What maybe what the idea is the question you're posing is that you have to find the love of your life, and then once you find the love of your life, and then what if you can't stand each other's asses for long periods of time, then you know, then you have found Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or whatever. Here's with regards to formation of families. As I said, if your birth is a if your birth is a lottery, your death is a lottery. Why isn't your marriage a lottery? Your birth and your death was designed by somebody else. You can't even design your own marriage system that works. I mean, the Jordan Peterson crowd going and Tate and Jordan Peterson and all these alpha alpha dogs answer to this problem is that yes, we gotta all become lions, start eating each other. Go beat some ass. Back to the caves. That's the George Mr. Peterson crowd of back to the caves. We need to go back to the caves in order to produce families, because apparently we can't produce families outside of caves. This cave system and the silverback system. So that's that crowd. And the crowd of Mr. Musk who say, who say that we need more people on this planet, and to the crowd of even Mrs. AOC and the squad. They also want the people on the planet to be taken care of and be, so they also are for formation of more families. Okay, great. So everybody is in agreement. It's just that your system is not working. The system that you have, that Hollywood has, mm, the system that Hollywood has perpetuated, that yes, you gotta, it has to be a love marriage, and then you have to have a diamond ring or it doesn't count. And another Hollywood injection. So the problem is this, and who sells the diamonds? It has to be diamond. I mean, the same people who are saying that it has to be a love marriage, the same people are the same people who say that it also has to be sealed with a diamond. There's the diamonds. So I don't think it's the right way. It, I don't think it's the right way. I don't think that this idea of uh, you know this one has you have to choose your marriage partner, and you have to the problem with that. Here's the thing. The first problem right off the bat, when you enter and they say, okay, this is the system, as an alien you enter and they tell you this is their system, you say, okay, interesting system. uh, First of all, right off the bat, how do you know? Were you two peas in a pod? It's sort of like, how do you know? You have to be very, very pretentious to think that you found the exact other pea between 8.5 billion people. You found the exact pea that you had to be next to, two peas in a pod. And you did. Surprise! I found the one between 8.5. Oh, 8.5 divided by 2, because half of them are of your own sex. The other half are not. So the other 8.5, 4.1. Between 4.1 billion people, you found the other P. Well, that's very arrogant to say so. It just doesn't. The numbers don't work. Probably there are millions of P's that would fit your criteria, but it's just not found it. The other P, because you're leaving it to a lot of nonsense that really doesn't matter. Love, it just doesn't. Because here's the thing, folks. Uh, First of all, the main problem with a love marriage is that, as I described, you think you have found. It starts with great expectations. Love marriage starts with very great expectations. That's not healthy, because if any of those expectations are not met, then it's considered as a failure. You see, the premise of a love marriage is great expectations. Everybody has great expectations. What if it starts with great expectations, then it's never going to be a winner. It's just never going to be a winner, because the life is never 100%. So if any of the expectations are not met, then people consider themselves as a failure in life. And you're thinking to yourself, well, not really. So the point is this. But on the other hand, let's imagine a scenario in which there is a lottery. People within, age limits, let's put the age limits, let's say between 20 and 40. If you or within their group between 20 and 30, then another group between 30 and 40. If you start a lottery for marriage of these folks, and you say, okay, basically it's a national lottery or state lottery or county lottery, whatever that is feasible. If you start such a thing and you make the folks understand that here is this lottery. Imagine this being implemented in Japan. I suggest maybe in one of these countries that are farther downhill, uh, in the way of becoming extinct. Those who have going or are going down that hill, they can start implementing this. See what happens. Put it, bring make it acceptable to have a national lottery of marriage. And the idea is, okay, there is an entrance fee, and because you need to have something, you need to have some skin in the game. There is entrance fee, and then you're in the lottery, and then you can only draw once every 5 years, something like that. or once every 2 years or once every 3 years. So people, do their own, educate themselves before they enter the lottery. That if they don't accept the result of the lottery, they're out of the lottery system for 3 years or so. Something, some kind of reward and punishment. Reward and punishment. The point is this: that if you make it as such, I have a feeling you will have a lot of volunteers. That on the side. That's the side note. You will have a lot of customers, and it doesn't even need to be mandatory. It needs just to be, because here's the thing. This is again connected to my talk about Nietzsche and Tesla did not reproduce. They didn't leave us their gene. They leave us their genes in the gene pool. This fucking gene business doesn't, nature doesn't just produce geniuses willy-nilly. Once in a while happens. Do you want to catch it or you don't want to catch it? Do you want to grow as a civilization or you don't want to grow a civilization? If you don't want to grow as a civilization, then let it, a few times that nature gets it right, let them slip away without collecting their genes. There is a sequence of molecules that formed Nietzsche. You may have get it if you try. The point is this. The point is this, folks. Uh, Love marriage has issues. It's a tradition that has grown in your planet with the help of Hollywood and this and that and the other, and it's not working. It's not. It hasn't been working for the Japanese and I guess Norwegians and for years. So their numbers are going backwards, and they're in struggle with these other people moving in who don't look like me. They don't look like me. They don't talk like immigration is because actually people on top don't mind much immigration because their numbers are going down, and if they need to keep some kind of a say in the running of the world, they need to keep their numbers up. So they have opened their borders. The people at the top. The people at the bottom are not really happy about it. It's understandable. We are tribal. We like to be with our own tribe, or else we don't, feel safe and secure. Humans. Here's the thing, folks. The solution, Mr. Peterson, is a lottery system, and promoting the lottery system. The good thing about lotteries, this is for Mr. Jerome Powell. It's 3 weeks before Christmas, and the store I visit to buy a drink, a Coke from, Pepsi from, this they were out of lottery tickets. Mr. Jerome Powell and the folks who are in charge of the system. The grocery store at the corner is out of lottery tickets. What does that tell you? 3 weeks before Christmas, and people have too much money they're spending on lottery? No, it's not. It's like they're hoping to make ends meet, leaving meeting of the ends on luck. They're leaving the meetings of their end on luck. I'm sorry, this folks in charge. And when I say lottery, they were out of lottery tickets, these scratchy lotteries that have become, you know, have become very popular because people need to at least have some kind of hope of getting out of the hole. So they buy lottery tickets, and some of them do get out of the hole, and most don't. because somebody needs to make profit. So you're leaving your people, ending of your people's end to lottery, to the point that they have to buy lottery tickets, these tickets, in order to win something and maybe hopefully pay some of the bills with the winnings, with the proceedings. Folks, you don't run your shit well. I don't know what to tell you. You're not running your shit well. I'm not an economist, but if the I'm not an economist, but alarm bells would be ringing in my ears if I heard that there were out of lottery tickets, scratchy lottery tickets at the corner stores. That has to tell you a lot. That has to tell you a lot of people are desperate. So as to the connection to the topic, as to the connection to the topic, here's the thing: when in a lottery, especially a scratchy lottery ticket, you will um, start with zero hopes. Here is $1 to the wind. I'm going in with zero hopes of getting anything out of this. And if anything at all on the scratchy paper makes me money, if anything at all makes me money, I'm happy. I'm overjoyed because I was expecting zero. You know why? Because they understand it's a lottery. It could be zero. So if anything over zero happens, I'm over the moon. Now, if you go towards engineering the society as to make birth lottery, marriage lottery, death lottery, I something someone close to me recently has passed away, so I'm uh, fascinated by the concept of death. So, and the death lottery, there is a death lottery, birth lottery, where, when, how, which part of town, which part of the planet, in what skin you were born. That's a fucking lottery. You're not better than the other guy, you were just luckier than the other guy. You know, the guy who, occupies the body on this side of the Mexico border has won the lottery, and the guy who was born on that side of Mexico border, he has lost the lottery. And that's a lottery, as per your economic system in this year of your last Lord and Savior. But the point is this: where it is right now, you still haven't figured it out. That's the problem. In your civilizations, they had a system of arranged marriages in a traditional sense, where there was a tribe. They're no longer tribes. At least in many parts of your planet, you're no longer tribes, and you're a bunch of mix-up people. The best way to, the best way to mix these people who you know who fear others, the best way to mix them is a lottery. The best way to mix the people who fear others is to come up with a lottery system, and it's all voluntary. Hey, not only voluntary, you have to pay something to get in the lottery system. And basically, the system is okay. This is a lottery system. You get a chance once every 3 years. If you don't like your chance, right off the bat, you don't like your chance, then you're off the. You can't participate in the next 3 years, so you're going to go back 6 years. You lose one term, or not even that. Yeah, just you have to wait until next year. You can participate in the lottery system again, and you lose your money. Something like that. The point is this: something can be engineered in Japan right now, lottery system for marriage, and a little money to get in, and you lose your money if you don't accept your choice, your lottery pick between the available males or the available females, and then you move on. So the point of this, and every year such thing would take place, is that first of all, a lot of your barriers will break. You're already mixed, especially, I mean, in those areas that you are existing right now, whoever, wherever they are existing right now, such a lottery system would help things move along a lot smoother. You know, interreligious wise, interracial wise, inter this wise, for things to move a little more smoother, in order to mix these people a little, you know, more pleasantly than less pleasantly, because your less pleasant mixture is that you just get rid of the other color. When the pink skins came to North America, they literally diluted the red skins, liquidated the red skins, and you know, that was not nice. The idea is that it, it, if you do this lottery system, even with the native tribes, I mean, imagine a lottery system that right now they start in Israel. They start such a lottery system, and then say in Israel they say, okay, you have a lottery system, and the people of Gaza and West Bank can also enter into this lottery system, and you mix and match people. Many are going to not accept, but some will accept, and it's a start. Even there. But it has to be with the natives, including the fucking natives. Because they're fucking natives. They didn't. Nobody goes to the refugee camp from the outside. You're acting like these people in refugee camps in East Asia, in West Asia, are outsiders.